Welcome to the first press conference for LagosPhoto Festival 2012. We're very excited to welcome you here and to host you and to inform you of all the exciting things we're going to be doing this year. LagosPhoto kicks off in October. It opened with a grand opening ceremony on October the 13th at the Echo Hotel and Suites here. But before that, LagosPhoto is very well in motion, very much in motion. We have lots of workshops, we have activities, and so that's the purpose of this press conference, to announce all the activities that we're going to be having and also to announce the theme for this year. The theme this year is 7 days in the life of Lagos, and we are hosting 21 photographers, 21 local and international photographers to give a very unique take on the city. There are lots of things happening in Lagos, all the time is changing, and we wanted to really focus on Lagos this year in a very unusual way, and you see from the outcome of the project what I mean by that. This festival is going to be curated and co-produced by Stanley Green. Stanley Green actually was here for 1 month in January. He was shooting his own project in Lagos, and he had a workshop, and a few people in the audience attended the workshop, and it was really excellent. And so the family is coming back to Lagos to share his skills with us and to learn from us as well. And also we also have this other huge part, the amateur photography competition. It's going to be open to way more people than it has been because of the ease of entry. All you have to do is take a photograph with either your camera, if you have a smart camera or a phone, and then you send it to Twitter, and that is it. So based on that, we're expecting to have thousands of people, enter the amateur competition, and it's very interactive. You get to see all the images. You get to have a say, in who gets down to the final 30 or final 60, and so that's really what's behind the LagosPhoto this year.
I also want to bring to everyone's attention the launch of our new website, LagosPhoto website. We have it up over on the laptop by emailing. So it's been a work in progress, and we're really excited to have that up. And you can look on there for news about workshops, to learn about previous festival years. This year we're doing a book publication of the images exhibited. The title will be called Lagos Entropy Unchecked, and we're very excited about that as well.
I think the important thing to note, which was a key focus last year, was the idea of creating public space, or creating interactive public space. That's something else we want to push this year. The fact that we're using more parts, we want the design to carry the same language, so it's significant, it stands out. The idea of, you see this series of images in this area of Lagos, you drive down the road and you get somewhere else and you see it again. So this idea of constantly colonizing and creating spaces that people will be interested in interacting with. So if you saw the images on the distance, you would want to go into the spaces and investigate further. It's this idea of bringing closer the images of the photographers with the wider public. That's the direction we're going with this year.
We can't do what we're doing without our sponsors. That's something that has to be said over and over again. The vision, coming on board, something that we came up with and hadn't been done before, and for people to back us right from the beginning, that's a massive advantage that we have. So we're very thankful to Etisalat and to Echo Hotel and Suites and to all the other people who have come on board. And we really hope that we get more people, and people see what we're doing and believe in us.
On behalf of Etisalat, I would like to reiterate how pleased we are to continue with our support of LagosPhoto. This is the third year of our support of this event, or series of events, more correctly, and we're delighted to continue to support a program which we believe encompasses an art form which is that much more accessible for a much larger percentage of the population. So we're delighted to be the primary sponsor once again this year. We've seen the the LagosPhoto continue to evolve and grow and strengthen as we go forward. And this year we have an even stronger team of people actually who are involved, both from the African Arts Foundation, who have strengthened their commitment and the dedication and resources that they've put into this program.
We always like to do things differently, so we've also taken a different approach to the photography competition this year. It will be primarily driven by social media and promoting the mobile phone, which has gone beyond just a device for communicating, but also communicating via photography.
We have a big return suite. I'd just like to thank the LagosPhoto exhibitors and the organisers of the event. We are constantly looking for opportunities to support art and cultural events in Lagos, and we're more than happy to continue supporting you. We're looking for an exciting time with all the events you have scheduled, and we look forward to having more people. Thank you.
We really feel that photography is a massive, massive tool for self-development, for empowerment, for emancipation. It's so accessible. It's so easy to go through the steps and get to somewhere else. That we've been very thorough in our research and finding out how we're going to implement these. Really, what we are promoting or pushing or backing is photographers, regardless of their nationality, regardless of their skill, representing something that we call African sensibility. We're interested in photographers who work and live in Africa and who understand the sensibilities of Africans and telling stories that are unique and that are subtle and that are not sensationalized, stories that make a balanced view. That's very, very important. There's a kind of oversubscribed view of the African story, and that's boring, boring for people outside of Africa, and boring especially for us. And so that's what we're really interested in.
We don't just exhibit to art appreciators and lovers, but we're exhibiting to the people, who are on the streets, to students, to everyone, because these messages are important because they're what hold a mirror to the world, to politicians, to yourself.
Just to remind you, this is the first of our press conferences. We'll be having another one in October, so this is just to give you a taste and keep you wanting more.
So it's going to be on a completely different platform, and I just big things to plan.